So, fine, I'm going to start the class. Just a minute.
Is anyone talking? So, are you there?
Just a minute. I'm going to share my screen.
Oh.
Okay, fine. So before I start my class, I want to know some basics. So yeah, let me explain you. Today is a demo class, so we can able to understand about you in a very clear and neat way. Before I start my class, just a minute. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so you're able to see, right, everyone? Fine.
Yes.
So myself, Nikhil. Let me introduce myself. So myself, Nikhil. I have around 12 years of experience in IT, especially into manual and automation testing. I've been into multiple positions in my company. Right now, I'm working as a test lead in one of the product-based company, where I handle the deliverables in terms of project delivery and also automating the complete regression suite for the project. So this is very short about myself. I have good experience in terms of teaching. For about 7 to 8 years, I've been teaching in multiple different institutes. So I've been associated with DURGASOFT for about 2 years. So yeah, so let me also understand about you. So how many people are here? Hope so. Everyone of here is more of working people, right? So let us understand today 4 important things. Today we are completely discussing about a kind of demo. It is nowhere related to any kind of technical things. We are just understanding what is Selenium, what is the use of this course, what is the content of this course, and how it is going to help you as part of your career. So first step is the first question: what is testing generally? Okay, what is testing and why you want to learn testing? Second thing, in order to understand testing, where exactly this testing comes. Okay, what is the need of testing? Second thing, why you want to choose this course? Okay, why Python with Selenium? Second thing, third thing is who can learn this Selenium? Okay, who can learn our course? Who are all eligible to learn the course? And what is the syllabus? Okay, what is the syllabus and outcome of the course? What is the benefit that you get out of this course? Okay, so let me explain about testing. So let me understand before I start. So I just want a small introduction of everyone, because generally my class it is different from others. I was such a person, I like to interact with more with the people to understand the requirements, and accordingly our course is designed. Okay, we are purely, so all our Selenium classes will be purely a coding. Okay, we are not going to, we are writing a live coding there. We are not going to see any kind of theory. which is not required. Okay, theory that is required we'll see. Theory that is not required we're not going to see. We are going to be very clear about the course content, and that would really help you in terms of getting you a career objective and career benefit out of this course. Okay, I'll explain you the complete process what we are going to see in this course. So before that, I just want to understand each and everyone what is the reason they want to join this course. Okay, what is their expectation of this course. Okay, what is the background. So you can just say for a minute. Okay, so hardly we have today is pure demo. We are not even going to see any technical things. It is day one, so it is not considered as a class as well. It is just like a demo purpose. So I will tell you all this contents, timings, duration, okay, everything I'll tell you. So before that, I just want to understand everyone here, what exactly they are looking out of, okay, this course, and what is their uh, requirement, and what they want to exactly, for what purpose they are learning this course. Yeah, you can start. Anyone can start and explain, because you can either message. If you don't want to speak, you can message in the chat. Okay, but I want everyone's idea. What is the
Can I
reason they want to
introduce?
learn this course? Yes, please introduce.
Yeah, I'm Naresh
Yes.
Reddy, as a senior lead automation testing engineer working in Cell as a product-based company. It is also product company. I was into that from past 9 years into multiple automation tools, Qt, Selenium, C# and Java. So we have like a couple of projects into the Python. So I want as a lead, so I wanted to learn for a Python also for a cross-platform automation resource. Looking for an like a behave framework and hybrid framework into Python. So I loved your content as your explanation also. So that's what I joined.
Oh, nice to hear this, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, that's it, my sir. Thank you. Thank you for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Anyone else? Yeah, you
Hi
can. If you
sir.
don't want to speak, you can message. Yeah. Hi.
Hi sir. Myself Muniraj. So I have around 8 years of experience in testing, but currently I'm working as an automation engineer using UFT tool. So I'm planning to switch my career from UFT to Python and Selenium side. So that is the reason I joined this course.
Okay. Nice to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Mr. Nikhil. I am Sumegna. I have been working as a developer, and then now I want to move as a tester. From past 2 years, I have been working with Python for backend testing. Now I would like to put Selenium into it and do the web automation as well.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Nice to hear that.
By the way, I have seen your demo previously. I didn't join the demo. I have seen that you're going to give a little introduction about robot framework if possible and if time permits. I mean, would you
We
like
will.
to
We will.
elaborate? Yeah.
Yeah, I will explain you on that. While
Yeah.
I'm explaining the course content, I will explain you.
Yeah, this is one thing. And the second thing is, is it just 1 hour course and is it going to be 60 days continuously?
Yeah, I would also let you know on this. Okay.
Yeah, and
Yes. So
my
it is
last
going to
question.
be. Yes.
Nikhil sir. Nikhil sir.
Sorry,
Naresh
my
Reddy.
last
Yes.
question. Sorry, Naresh, I think I will just finish and then you can continue. Last question is that would it be possible to, for example, if I want to catch up soon, would it be possible to provide me a couple of videos or a recorded version so that I will look into the course ahead if I will not, I mean, if I don't have time to join the class, would it be
Yes. Yes.
possible?
That.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That's fine. All your
Okay.
answers
Thank
would
you.
be understood. Answered.
Okay.
Nikhil sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. Please. Yeah.
Nikhil, what I'm looking,
Yes.
do we have the possibility to complete like a 30 days course? If you possible to take daily 1.5 2 hours or kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, I'll let you know, because there is some strategy that we follow in the companies. Okay, this is an institute where they have a certain timeline which they fixed. So it's all
Yes.
about we have to follow. Everyone has to follow some timeline. Okay, so it is a pure 1 hour course, and within 1 hour we have to complete the course, and there are recorded videos which will be provided as soon as the class is done. Okay, and the class notes will be shared to you on everyday basis. So we will see if there is, see, once we get a complete onboarding done into the
Yes.
course, then we will customize it according to our requirements.
Okay. And last question. Do
And
I
everyone's flexibility.
do we have a chance to meet you, sir, directly any of the time? Yeah, as per your availability time directly
Yes,
in
yes,
our
yes.
Durga.
Yeah, I'll be available on weekends. I'll let you know on this as the time
Yeah.
progresses.
Yeah, that's my question. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So we have very little time. Just give a one-line introduction on you, and then we will move.
Yes. Hi, Nikhil. This is Raghavendra. I'm having
Yes.
totally 8 years of experience in manual testing, and I have basic knowledge on Selenium, but I don't have sound knowledge in frameworks. So where I'm actually failing to apply those. So I'm looking more sound or technical, teaching on the framework side, Nikhil. So that's why I joined this course.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Anyone else?
Hi
Just give a
Nikhil.
basic introduction on you.
Yeah, Sagar here. I'm working in a non-IT company. Just want to learn Python with Selenium. It's possible. Means I know little Python.
Okay.
I want to learn automation testing now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, anyone else? Yeah, anyone else? Ashutosh Jana, you want to speak something? Hello. Okay, you can message if
Hello.
you can't speak to other people.
Uh,
Yeah, hello.
yes, sir. So I have around 8 years of experience, sir, and I am basically a ETL tester. So just want to switch to automation now. I have learned that
Okay.
automation with Java, but it was very hard for me too. That's why I came for
Yes.
CS.
Yes. Yeah, anyone else? Anyone else? Still to speak and tell your requirements, tell your questions, doubts. So I will again ask you after my class, after my course is done. So today is just like a demo perspective. We are not going to see anything as of today. We are going to see about the course content, what we are going to learn, what is the use of this course, okay, what is the need of this course. So I could see, everyone, almost everyone of you are
Hi, this is
experienced.
Rakesh here.
Yes.
Yes, I have 8 years of experience in technical field, but now I'm looking for something else. So I don't know how much it's valuable because I am little bit confused in Selenium with this Python and with the
Java.
DevOps. Should I go for the no DevOps with AWS? Should I go for that or should I go first with Selenium
Yeah.
testing because I don't have any programming
Yes.
knowledge also. So I thought I'm a little bit confused. That's why I joined a demo to clarify those things.
Okay. I will let you know. Fine. I hope no one is there. If anyone is there, you can just chat. Okay, you can just send the message. And I hope no one is there, right? Yeah. So going back to the thing, I would just explain you a couple of things. So what is the need of, see, keeping everyone in mind. So I'm just trying to explain it from the layman kind of understanding for those people who doesn't know anything about testing and all. The reason you want to switch to testing or you want to learn testing, I would try to tell you. So as you know, there is something called SDLC Lifecycle. Okay, SDLC lifecycle means software development lifecycle. So in software development lifecycle, there are certain levels, no, requirement gathering. Okay, so after requirement gathering, you have something called analysis, then designing, then you have coding, then you have testing, and then deployment. Okay, this is a complex process of every IT company. Okay, no matter whatever the company you work, every company has to follow some process. This is called SDLC lifecycle. So in this SDLC lifecycle, what happens is every company has to go through a phase called testing. Okay, testing is very crucial period or a crucial level of SDLC lifecycle, wherein if any product has to move, it can be an application or a product that has to move into the production or into the live environment, the testing has to be performed. Okay, so we are more specifically speak about web applications because most of the applications that an IT employee is working is on web application automation and desktop application automation. So our more focus is to test the application. Okay, so we are focusing on the software level. So if any software has to move into market, there should be a testing performed on it. So when I say testing, so there are generally two types of testing come into picture. Okay, if anyone wants to perform, they can perform using manual testing or they can perform using automation testing. Okay, see what is the use of testing? Testing is a mandatory phase. Every company, see, until the companies are existing in the market, there is testing existing. That means there is demand for every test engineers. There is demand for every test engineers in every company. Okay, so there is no scope that you will lose the job or there is no scope of job opportunities for testers because every company has to use testing. So when I say testing, there are two types of testing which generally company wants to hire test engineers. One is manual testing and other is automation testing. So you know, manual testing is something where you don't use any kind of tool or programming language. Okay, you just do manually. So you write the manual test cases, you execute them manually. Okay, and then you capture the results manually. So there is no use of no tool involved and then no programming involved. Why? Because you are doing manual testing. So you are capturing the data, you are doing it manually, executing it, and you are capturing the results whether they are passed or failed. But when I say automation testing, there are two things you need to keep in mind. One is tool involved. There should be some tool because you cannot automate anything without a tool. And then on top of that, you should have some programming. Okay, you should have some programming because with the tool you cannot automate it. You need to use the tool using some programming language and can automate it. So the programming languages can be anything. You understood, right? The tool and programming language are two things which are important for automation. So nowadays, every company is hiring anyone who has skill set both for automation and manual. So they are only saying that whether you have only manual, no, we are not going to hire you. So you should have both automation and manual because they are not ready to hire people, anyone who is having only automation or manual experience, only manual experience. So they want everyone as a tester should do every testing. He should do automation testing, he should do manual testing, he should do API testing, he should do DB testing. All the types and non-functional testing. So they are looking for someone who is having multiple skill sets. They are not ready to hire and give a huge pay for those people who has only manual testing experience. So now it is again mandatory. You need to understand that automation is required. See what is required? First thing is automate testing is mandatory. When I say testing, there are manual and automation testing. You know what is manual? There is no tool and no programming involved. In automation, you have tool and programming involved. So my companies are now hiring only manual and automation. They are not looking for not only manual. They are looking for both combined, who has both skill sets. So it is mandatory for everyone to learn automation. So when I say automation, already I said you right, you should have tool. So there are so many tools in the market. Okay, like Selenium, Okay, how many tools? There are Selenium, UFT, okay,
Yeah.
Test Runner, Cypress, Tosca, okay. These are tools and kind of ways to automate the application. Okay, these are not only just tools. There are some ways, integrations which can plugins or integration which can able to automate the application. So this many tools. So there are so many tools are existing. Why I want to choose only Selenium? See, our course is Selenium with Python. What is our course? Selenium with Python. So I already said you, I want manual and automation. Automation is mandatory for everyone to get a job into testing. See, first, got it right? To get a job into testing, automation is mandatory. If I say automation is mandatory, I should learn tool and programming language. When I say tools, I have mentioned a lot of tools which are available, out of which why Selenium is being used. 95% of market, okay, let me be very, 95% of all the companies are using Selenium. Said you right? 95% of the market share is in Selenium. Along with Selenium, some other things are there, but 95% of companies are having at least every employee who is into Selenium testing. Why? Because Selenium is a free source. Companies are not ready to pay money, okay, because UFT is not a free source. There are some integration for Cypress, there are some integration for Tosca, but Selenium is something that is free. And there are so many integrations, there are so many things in Selenium already built in. You don't need to create anything else. What you don't need to create anything else, because Selenium is supporting multiple languages. First thing, Selenium is free. Everyone can able to download directly Selenium without using any money. You don't need to pay any amount. It is not licensed, it is free, and source codes can be available to everyone. That is called free source code. Everyone can view it. Then Selenium will support multiple languages, because I cannot have a restriction on a language. If I have a tool which can only support one language means here the programming languages. Okay, it can be Python, it can be Java. Python is called as both programming and scripting. I'll tell you later why it is called. Or it can be C#, or it can be Ruby and Rails, JavaScript, Perl programming. So these are the languages which can be supported by Selenium. Selenium also supports multiple operating systems, right? You can say that I don't have Linux or I don't have Windows. I have only Mac OS. Will my Selenium supports? Yes, Selenium supports Windows. Selenium support Linux and all flavors of Unix. Selenium support Mac. Selenium supports multiple browsers. Selenium supports Chrome browser. Selenium support Mozilla Firefox. Selenium supports Internet Explorer. That's why Selenium is more. Why? Because Selenium is free. Selenium supports multiple languages. Okay. Selenium supports multiple operating systems. Selenium supports multiple browsers. So you have a free hand to utilize the Selenium in whatever the way, and it is free. So that's why every company is using Selenium, because this free, it can be integrated to other languages or other tools like reporting tools, like other frameworks, it can be integrated. Okay, so many frameworks are available. It can be integrated with multiple reporting tools. So Selenium is so popular because it is free, supports multiple languages, supports multiple operating systems, supports multiple browsers. So you can work in any programming language, any operating system, any browser, whatever the way. Okay. So that's why companies are using different browser, different languages. So you understood, right, why Selenium is popular? Because of all these reasons. I will explain you about Selenium in a very detailed way with the internal architecture, how exactly Selenium is working in the backend later cases. Now this is just a very brief introduction of what is Selenium. There is nothing. Today class is negligible because I'm just saying you the contents. I'm not saying anything, any content of the syllabus. There is okay. It is just to make you understand what is this course. Okay. So I'm going to say so many things. Once I show you the syllabus content, you will understand a lot of things. What we are going to see. This is not only Selenium course I'm teaching. I'm teaching you so many other things. API testing, manual testing, agile methodology, Git, Jenkins, end-to-end projects. So many things are there. Okay, don't worry about it. Now, okay, now programming language. Yes, why? Because now tool is finished. See, I said in automation is mandatory. You understood now. In automation mandatory, I have choose my tool. The tool is Selenium. Now I want programming. So there are so many programmings which are supporting, you already know. Out of all programmings, I am using Python. Why? Because Python is much simpler than any other languages which I have mentioned. Much simpler to understand, to code, to integrate, to implement. What is that? Python is much simpler to understand for anyone who doesn't know any programming language, because Python is also called as a beginner language, because no one have any coding language experience. Because one thing you need to understand, if you want to survive in IT industry for a long time with a very good package, you have to learn programming. If you cannot learn programming, you cannot depend on DevOps tools, especially because today the tool is integrating. Today tool will change from one to other. Programming won't change one to other. See, if I learn Java, Java will be there till next 40-50 years. If I learn Python, Python will be there. There are some little changes will come on top of it, but the whole Python is not replaced by something else. Are you getting right? Okay, tool can be completely replaced. Today if I learn Git, something will come completely, Git will be rest and some other will come tomorrow. If I learn Jenkins, something will come which will be completely replaced. So I should be upgrading every time, and there are so much of competition. But programming language is something that is standard across the generations, across the years. If you want to survive in the competition of IT industry for a long time, you should learn any programming, at least one programming. Okay, if you are not learning a programming and if you want to survive in IT with a good package, that is nearly impossible. Okay, clear, right, everyone? This is a fact. No matter what you think or what, this is the fact. This is the fact of IT. Okay, because companies are ready to give packages only for developers and testers, not for someone who is into non-IT background. Okay, so Python programming is much simpler to understand. Anyone can understand. It is called beginner language. Anyone can able to code. Anyone can able to implement. Anyone can able to integrate with other tools. Okay, so that's why Python is chosen. Java is at least 15-20 times tougher than Python. You can just compare the code. You can just search in Google. If you don't know anything about both programming languages, Python is much simpler than Java in every terms. And you can ask me the demand of Python and Java. See, it is very fact that Python is used 55% of market. Companies are looking for Java because Java is existing with Selenium from very long time, more than 20 years. Python has 45% of share. If I say 50 here, it has around 5% of other languages like C#. Next thing is like C#. Other things, you hardly find 1-2 companies and they are not contributing any percentage. This is the fact. But Python has so much of demand in market. 45% is more than enough because the competition is less. There are so many openings. Go to Naukri and type Python automation and see how many jobs are there. Type Naukri, Python automation, and see how many jobs are there for Python. You can find hundreds and hundreds of jobs in many companies. Got it right, everyone? This is a fact. So now we decided what? We decided to learn testing. Why learning testing? First thing, you want to survive in IT industry, you cannot go for development if you are not knowing anything about coding. The only thing someone who is very new to coding should take testing. Why? Because development is such an environment where you should be more creative every time. Got it right? You should be more creative, you will get new challenges, and you are new to IT, you don't know any coding, you are very newly learning the coding, you cannot survive in IT for much. So if you are moving to testing, testing gives you that flexibility. If you say Selenium, Selenium is a saturated syllabus. There is nothing much to learn to some extent after you learn. You can be a pro, but there is nothing like pro in kind of development. There is something you should learn every time. You should be more creative. You should withstand the market's difficulties. So this is for someone who wants to be in IT, who wants to have a safer life, who wants to have a very long life, okay, who wants to be integrated with coding every time, okay, and a demand in the market. Testing has so much demand in the market. It has good, market requirements. The coding is little less compared to development, and every time you can upgrade yourself. Okay, there is nothing like you be a saturated. Only for Selenium you may be saturated, but programming language you can learn and learn and learn as much you can. Clear, right, everyone? So we are deciding to go with Selenium tool and Python programming. So who can learn this course? See, I have explained two things. Testing I explained, with why Selenium with Python I explained. Who can learn this course? Everyone can learn this course. You are a fresher. It is a beginner language. You want to switch from non-IT to IT? You can learn this course. Switch from manual to automation. Transition from manual to automation. You can learn this course. From Java to Python, you can learn this course. Everyone, to whatever the extent of their requirement, they can learn this because there is no restriction. And on top of it, I am teaching you from the scratch. I will teach you Python also. You don't know anything, come with a blank mind. You doesn't know any experience in terms of programming and coding. I'm going to teach you from the scratch, from ABCDs. Okay, let's get into syllabus without wasting much time. Any doubts, anyone till here?
Sir, manual is not required, sir. You told right?
Sorry?
Manual also. In this course, manual also is teaching?
Yes, manual is mandatory, boss. In any company, you cannot be a pure automation
yes,
tester. There is
manual
no such
is
thing.
mandatory. But in this course, you are
Yes,
cover.
we are discussing. We are discussing about manual testing also. See, I said you manual plus automation is required, not only manual. Only manual is not required. In companies,
most of
there
the
are
batch people already employees, sir.
hello.
Yeah, most of
Hello.
the students
Hello.
are in. Hello.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, I can
Hello.
hear you.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Yes, you are audible,
Now
sir.
you are able to hear me?
Yes, yes.
Hello. Yeah. See, what I am saying is only manual is not recommended for someone to have a long life. There are companies where there is only manual testing, which is still doing, but that companies are soon moving to automation. You want to survive in IT is what I am trying to mention. Okay, I am going to teach manual also in this course. Okay, Coming back to the syllabus. So what we are going to see. Just a minute, I am going to open the syllabus. Yeah, see what we are going to see. Please listen, everyone. This is very important as part of today is just a demo class. We are not going to see anything about technicalities of the project company. I mean to say, sorry, the course content. I'm going to teach everything here. What I'm going to teach, let me tell you. First, we will start with Selenium with the syllabus. The syllabus is Selenium with Python. Okay. When it is Selenium with Python, we are going to see Python basics. See, this course is designed keeping everyone in consideration. I mean to say, someone who knows everything, someone who doesn't know anything, someone has little knowledge on it. So this is designed from 0 to Z, okay, for everyone. So we will discuss every topic, no matter if you are knowing already, it will be like a revision to you. If you don't know anything, you can learn it from the scratch. So we are going to discuss about Python basics. We are going to see all the Python topics and overview. Two good content. Okay, we are going to see Python installation, variables, keywords, literals, data types, all the data types of Python, conditional statements, loops, functions, object-oriented programming, file handling, and exception. So this will be 10 for 10 days. How many days we will be seeing? 7 to 10 days. Along with that, you will get 170 videos of Durga sir. As a Durga sir is very famous in Python. So this is like our course itself is like a additional course with Selenium syllabus, because the syllabus is Selenium with Python, but we are teaching Python also. So that is an additional course. Along with that, you will get 170 videos of DURGASOFT, which are costing around 8,000 for free. Okay, which will be shared to you by DURGASOFT team after you are done with the payment. Okay, so this live 7 to 10 days will happen. Along with that, you will get 170 videos. These are related to Python. So once Python is completed, we will see about Selenium. Selenium, what is Selenium Concepts? Selenium, what is Selenium? I already said you. Selenium is a tool which is used to automate the web applications. So I need to know what are all the components of web application, right? I need to automate a web application. Suppose in a simple way, I want to automate a Facebook application. Okay, Facebook application, if you want to automate, how do you automate it? You will do what? First you will connect to, first how you will do manually? You will open the Google Chrome. After opening the Google Chrome, you will enter the URL of Facebook. Then what you will do? You will go to the login page. You will enter credentials. And then you will press enter. You will open the home page. This is the procedure how you do manually. Now if I want to do, this is a web application. What is web application? Your Facebook is a web application. How can you say it is a web application? Any application that can be launched in the web is called web application. Okay. What my Selenium is doing here? Selenium is a browser automation tool. What is that? It is a browser automation. You can also say web application automation. Why you are saying? Because every application should be launched on browser. If I want to launch Facebook, I will say first I will open the Google Chrome, then I will open Facebook, www.facebook.com. If I want to open Make My Trip, then I will open www.makemytrip.com. Okay, right? After opening the Chrome only I can do. So my Selenium will connect to my browser. In browser, whatever the web application you open, it will automate. That is what my Selenium can do. My Selenium will do anything that can be opened in my browser. Browser means Chrome, Firefox, or IE. So generally nowadays every company is using Chrome browser only, Google Chrome. So in Google Chrome, any application you launch using the internet, right? You can open any application like IRCTC you can open, Make My Trip you can open, okay, Flipkart you can open. Anything that can be launched in web is called web application. Okay, so what my Selenium is doing, my Selenium is connecting to my browser, and in browser whatever I open, it will automate it. So now my target is what? If I want to automate Selenium, I need to know what my browser applications has, right? In my Facebook, what are the different components I have? In Make My Trip, what are the different components I have? Components means, suppose I want to automate a drop down. Okay, in Make My Trip, I want to choose a country. Okay, from where to where. How do I choose it? I need to know how to automate it, right? I need to know how to automatically choose that option. Suppose I want to enter the name of the country from where I want to move to other. I need to know which country I need to type. Then I need to click on search button. So all these are components. Okay, if you see one application, simple way, suppose DURGASOFT form is there. This is DURGASOFT form. This is a link, right? If I click on it, it is navigating to other page. See, this is DURGASOFT website, online website. It is navigating to different page. So this home is a link. About us is also a link, right? When I click on it, it is navigating, right? This is the link. This is called text box. Okay, why? Because you can enter something else here, right? I can enter my email ID. Okay, this is called radio button because I can able to click on it. Okay, this is called checkbox. I can able to click on it. So this is a submit button. I can able to click on it. So I need to know what I can do with the web application. In web application, what are all the components? How to automate them? If I know what are all existing in web application, I can automate any web application. See, our target here is what? Your company application you want to automate, right? Every company has their own application, web application. They want to automate. So you need to know first what are the different components any web application consists of, and how to automate each and everything of them. Then you can automate any web application which is there in the market. Understood, right? So for that purpose, we are going to see Selenium concepts. What Selenium are giving you, how to automate every component. Selenium, what Selenium is providing you, we will see how to from the scratch. Okay, components, features, installing, PyCharm installation. Okay, how to connect with Chrome, locators. Okay, implicit, explicit way, drag and drop, drop downs, alert pop-ups. If you don't know, that's okay, but all these are components of web application. Okay, frames, cookies, mouse actions, scroll web pages, capturing screenshots, Excel sheet operations, logging. So we'll see each and every operation that I can do with the Selenium. Okay, now till here the whole story is not done. We are still in the basic thing only. So we have completed Python for how many days? For about 10 days. We will discuss Selenium concepts. These are very simple. For about 10 days, we will discuss about Selenium concepts. Then coming to the approach of frameworks. So you cannot automate an application. You can just automate an application using Selenium. Now the challenge is, but in my company, there are thousands of test cases, right? You have thousands of test cases. Your company people will ask you to automate them. Create a regression suite, priority test cases. They'll say that, okay, there are 1,000 test cases, but I want only regression test cases to run. That means I want only 200 or 300 test cases to run. I want only important test cases to run. I don't want all 1,000 test cases. Okay, or they may say that first run these test cases and see if application is working, then run other test cases. So then show me the report, how many test cases are passed or failed. This is what your company needs, or this is what the client needs. So for that, Selenium cannot do that. So on top of Selenium, you are using something called frameworks. What is a framework? Frameworks are design patterns. Okay, don't say it in interview. I'm saying for you for your understanding in a simple English language. Okay, so basically whatever I teach is very simple for everyone to understand. Okay, I will try to also give a other version of technical way of implementing it or expressing it. But now, as it is the first day, I will try to tell you more simple things which everyone who doesn't know anything can understand it. So suppose if I want to construct a building, okay, what I will do? Everyone who wants to construct any house, there are some mandatory things, right? Everyone has to have pillars. Every house should have basement. Every house should have flooring. Every house should have roof and all things. Interior you can design according to your interest and your budget. Your house look and feel will be based on your budget and your interest. But every house should have some basic building blocks, right? That building blocks are called as frameworks. So Python testing also have some frameworks. Python programming is giving you some inbuilt features, some inbuilt, got it right, methods, some inbuilt frameworks which are there in that language. So you use that frameworks and try to build your requirement. Suppose I want to create a regression suite. So I will use my PyTest framework. So there are so many frameworks in Python, like Java. If you know Java, if you know JUnit in Java, in Python we say PyUnit, or you can say unit test framework. Okay, this we are going to see as first framework, right? Because you need to do some automation unit test cases also. For that you will learn about unit test framework. Okay, the first framework. We are going to see almost every framework that is there in Python testing. Python development has different framework. Django, have you heard about Django or Django? That is a development framework. Now we are seeing about testing frameworks. Okay, please don't confuse it. Testing framework is different, development frameworks are different. So we are going to see everything as part of testing frameworks, like unit test framework. Page object model is not a framework, it is a design pattern. It is a design pattern. Design pattern means it is an approach how to properly design your testing framework. Okay, every page will have its own class. Every page will have its own class. I will tell you later what is this. Then we are seeing data driven framework. How to read the data from the Excel sheet. Okay, data driven framework is also there in Java. In Python also we are going to see data driven framework. Then BDD framework. We will see about BDD framework. BDD Cucumber, right? Cucumber is an integration kind of thing, plugin. BDD means behavior driven development. Gherkin is the language you use. We will see how to automate any application using BDD. Then we will see PyTest framework, right? All these are there in Java also. PyTest is like TestNG in Java. You know TestNG Java? Similar to TestNG in Python also, you have something called PyTest. So we are going to see how to create test cases, how to write the markers, like how to give regression suite, how to run them in the order, okay, how to run in the priority, how to skip some test cases, how to get the reports, how to integrate with third-party reporting tools. Everything we will see as part of PyTest, BDD, not BDD, PyTest, unit test, okay, integrated with page object. And then robot framework, I said you right, robot framework, we will see if there is any time, but mostly we will try to see to some extent of robot framework also. This will cover everything in Python for testing frameworks. Okay, we are not only seeing simple Selenium with Python, we are seeing Python basics, all the frameworks, data driven, BDD, PyTest, unit test framework, then robot framework to some extent, see some extent. Okay, I'm saying you again, see some extent, because it will only take 2-3 months course. Robot framework itself will take. I will again tell you how to do it. Okay, later cases. Then the whole story is not done. We are going to see on top of it, we are going to see end-to-end framework creation. How to create a framework, okay, from scratch. What are the folder structures? What are the different utilities? How to create it? How to create your folder? How to create your package, how to analyze, how to frame all your project in a very clear and neat and manner. Okay, that framework creation we will see. Understood, right, everyone? This will be the end-to-end approach of project creation. Then Git and Jenkins. Okay, we are going to see Git and Jenkins because I already given you. I don't need to give it again here. Git and Jenkins. We will see how to integrate the Git and then how to integrate the Jenkins. Then we are also going to see API testing. Clear, right, everyone? We are going to see API testing. We are going to see end-to-end API testing. Okay, which is both manual and automation. We are going to see manual with Postman. Okay. Am I audible now? Am I audible now?
Yes, you
Yes,
are.
sir.
Someone said as this one is gone. My automation testing could be done using Python. Okay, we will see how to automate APIs, how to do manual testing using Postman. Then we will see Jira tool end to end. Then on top of it, manual testing. Some of the concepts. Are you clear, everyone? Yeah, I will share you day-wise. Day-wise material will be shared. Every day-wise material will be shared. Okay. Clear, right? So what are we seeing here? We are going to see Python basics. We are going to see Selenium framework, Selenium concepts, all the frameworks, end-to-end project structure. Then we are going to see API manual testing, API automation testing, agile methodology, Git and Jenkins, manual testing. On top of it, I will give you interview preparation related resume, 100 plus HR contacts directly, where you can contact them and get the interviews done. Okay. 100 plus HR contacts. These are only from my end. Okay. All this I'm providing. Important interview questions. All these things will be shared. Are you getting what I'm saying? Clear, right, everyone? Okay.
Sir, this complete
So
course is going to take how many days, sir?
Course duration 40 to 45 days. We can easily complete it because we have been doing it from many days. Okay, 1 hour class is solid enough. You need to have practice on top of it. Okay. Okay, which means 2 months excluding weekends. Okay, weekends no class. This is the DURGASOFT online procedure, DURGASOFT online class procedure. Okay, when we want and everyone is interested, we will have it offline. Okay, are you clear, everyone? Once you are paid fees, we will create a WhatsApp group, and every day doubts or any updates, doubts can be clarified there. Not only doubts, you can discuss among yourself. Okay, your doubts you can discuss among yourself. You can ask the questions. You can get any. I can share you some updates. Okay. Once payment is done, we will create a WhatsApp group, and everyone will be in touch to understand what we have achieved today. I will give you some work. You have to complete it. Okay. Sometimes I will share the notes to you in that. Okay. I'll share you the material. All these things will be sent in group. Videos will be recorded. Recorded videos will be provided to you everyday basis. Okay. Recorded video
Officially, when the course
will be
is going
shared to
to
you.
start,
Huh?
sir?
How
When
much?
the course is going to start officially, sir?
Officially in 2 days.
Within 2
3
days?
Once they give me, yeah, once they give me permission or they ask me to start, from that time I will be starting. So I'm not sure again, maybe 3-4 days they will take.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, not much time more than that. So we can know class, WhatsApp group created, recording videos will be provided on an everyday basis, materials will be shared. Okay, okay, you contact, HR contacts will be provided. Okay, interview questions will be provided, resume preparation, resume will be shared. Okay, manual testing will be taught, agile methodology will be taught, API manual and automation testing is taught, Git and Jenkins will be taught, end-to-end project structure is taught, robot framework, some part of it is taught, all the frameworks including design pattern, page object model, data driven framework, VDD framework, PyTest framework, unit test framework is taught, Selenium concepts are taught, Python basics are taught, which will cover you end to end of testing except for DB testing. DB testing, I'll share you some videos, some material, you just to prepare. So this all will give you 2 years to 2.5 years of experience. See, learning a course for 1-2 months or 3 months cannot give you experience of 10, 15 years. You can right away keep 2.5 years experience by the course, what I said. Understood, right? You can explain this subject will give you experience level of 2 to 2.5 years in Selenium with Python. Other experience you may have anything. Suppose you have 10 years experience. You want to keep Selenium with Python. You can keep 2.5 years, maximum 3 years. Other experiences you can keep manual testing or Selenium with Java or some other non-IT experience. Okay, this will gain you 2.5 years. Are you clear, everyone? Everyone clear with what I said? We are seeing so much, and you will never find this content anywhere in the market. Just go and, if you want, you can just find it out. This is a complete pack to pack for everything from the scratch. Okay.
Sir, provided recording, is there a limitation or for a limited period of time?
That you need to ask. See, one more thing, I don't have any authority or I don't have any kind of extra privileges than you to share any technical information, because even I have to join the class only when they start the class. Okay, I have to on the class only when they start. When they give me permission, only then I can share my screen. So it is similar like you and me. I don't have any extra privileges. Any technical information like recording, how many days they will share, how much recording they will share you, when they will start the class, what time they are going to do. All these technical doubts you can please contact this number.
Nikhil, one question, please.
720-721-2428. Yeah, now you can ask me any doubts.
Nikhil,
Yeah,
what would be the time for the class during the course?
Time will be 8 to 9.
In the evening itself, right?
Yeah, timing morning 8 to 9. Someone misses. This is again the things. Timings in my class only. There is only one class. 8 o'clock. 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Or if you miss any topic, you can join 8 p.m. Okay, 9 p.m. If you miss any class in night, you can join morning. But you cannot expect the same topic. You have to regularly join. You can ask me that when this topic will be done in the morning session, I can share you in the group and all. Or if
So
it is already done,
regularly we can
it will
join
get the video.
night session, right, Nikhil?
Regularly you can join this. If anyone wants to join morning also, if they don't have time, they can also join. Okay, this is a regular batch.
Yeah, fine, Nikhil. Thank you.
So what I'm saying is my batch will be morning 8 to 9 and also evening 8 to 9.
Both the sessions would be Selenium with Python, right?
Yes, Selenium with Python. Topics will be little change because sometimes I will start it early, sometimes I'll start it late. Okay, some topics will be done before itself. So there are two numbers you can contact for payment related and everything related. This is the numbers 8897771179. You can call and ask them for every doubts on technical side. Course related, you can ask me, or you can call to this number. See, we are seeing so many things, not just Selenium with Python. Our course is including Scratch, learning from Python, Selenium with Python frameworks, API testing, manual testing, Agile, Git Jenkins, all these things included. So, but just for namesake, it is Selenium with Python.
Nikhil, quick question, please, regarding the course structure. Would you mind explaining a bit about how many days do you take for each part?
I
Or
clearly said you.
do you have any visibility on more or less how many days you take to explain the basics of the Python?
7 to 10 days for Python.
Okay.
Along with that, you will get 170 videos of Durga, which is generally costing 8,000 rupees in market if they sell it separately. But for you people, it is free. Okay. Then 10 days for Selenium concepts. All the concepts. Because we will try to cover up. You don't need to compare it with here. Okay. This is something you will understand. I will teach everything very slowly. There is no focus. As I have been teaching from many days and many years. So I am very clear that how much it will be completed. Here and there it may go 3-4 days. Sometimes I'll take leave, you will take leave. So this is not exactly same. It is going to be 10-15 days here and there in the overall structure. Clear, right?
Yeah, sure.
15 days to 20 days for frameworks.
It's included project as well, right?
Yes. There's generally 5 days, 4 to 5 days we'll discuss. Because if you have learnt all these things, project will become very simple. You understood, right? See, if I learn everything separately. So, but when I want to keep it everything in one place, it is simple. So I can say 15 days here and 5 days for project. You don't worry, everything will be discussed in a very neat and clear way. This Jenkins and this will take 3 days. Okay. API testing.
So here the project that we created previously, we are going to use Jenkins to automate it, right? And like a batch.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Jenkins is to build. We are going to build it using Jenkins.
Yeah.
Jira, and then this will take 3 days. Manual testing is for 5 days.
What are you going to explain in the Jira?
I'm going to explain you everything, which is very basically starting from how to understand the story cards, analyze them, okay, write the manual test cases, then defect tracing, how to raise a bug in Jira, how to assign a subtask to yourself, okay, how to execute them, and how to close your Jira ticket, okay, all these things as part of Jira administration kind of thing, and also Jira tool kind of understanding I would discuss, so that people, someone goes to any company, they can understand, okay, this is the way we have to work in agile methodology, because nowadays every company is working on agile process. So you should be knowing that how exactly this agile methodology is real time working, and they need to have solid knowledge on Jira too. Okay.
Okay.
That is more than enough for a tester. See, we are not Scrum Masters to understand end-to-end administration of Jira. We need to know how to utilize and how to use the Jira code. Okay, how to understand, how to analyze the story cards, how to write the test cases. Okay, how to create manual test cases. Okay, how to pick the story cards. Okay, how to analyze them. Then how to raise a defect, how to assign to the developer, how to close a defect. Okay, so how to
Okay.
close a sprint. All these things you need to know on a very basic level.
Okay, I have another question regarding the tools that you have explained previously in the first introduction, like the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes. You have said that we have different tools that are available in market, and Selenium is one of the popular tool, and it's also an open source tool. Cypress is also an open source tool. The only difference I see between Cypress and Selenium is that Selenium supports multiple languages and Cypress supports only JavaScript. Is the only difference, or do you have any other disadvantages that are that comes with Cypress?
Yes. See, I also worked on Cypress in an extensive way. Generally,
Okay.
Cypress is used to mock the responses. Okay. So that is
Okay.
an additional plugin that we have in Cypress. So Cypress is only for end-to-end testing. Okay.
Yeah.
UI testing. But whereas Selenium has so many integrations. Like I
Okay.
said, you right.
Yeah.
Selenium, you can give priority of test cases. You can prioritize your test cases. You can build a framework on top of it. Okay. There are frameworks you can use in Cypress as well. But Selenium is something that is inbuilt structure, which is already existing from many years. Okay. So there are so many internals or what do you say, things that are already developed and already been implemented in Selenium. So it is very simple to use Selenium compared to Cypress. Cypress, what you generally do, you just capture the locators, okay, use JavaScript commands, okay, and then you try to mock the data if there is any API responses you want to validate, and then you will try to validate the data. But in Selenium, there are so many extra things which has which cannot be used in Cypress as well. Like you see, right? I can do functional testing. Okay, I can do validations. I can able to do integrate multiple different frameworks. Okay, I can able to
Okay.
integrate multiple different reporting tools. Okay, got it right? I can use multiple languages. So multiple operating systems. So there are some challenges in Cypress.
Okay, and would it be possible to accommodate Cypress in the course? Maybe if possible.
No,
It's
not
just that.
this is completely a different course. If you want Cypress, you can personally contact me. I would share you a couple of projects
Okay.
which I have worked or which I can share you from the references.
Yeah. I just want to have a difference because I just want to see what are the differences, and that's it. I don't have any intention of learning in deep. It's just to see the differences. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, uh, Cypress is actually an established solution. That's what I'm trying to say. Cypress is, existing in a very newer manner. It is coming in recently. But whereas, it also supports multiple ways. If I say Cypress will only do end-to-end testing. It cannot do unit testing. Okay, it cannot do mobile application integration testing. So there are performance testing. But whereas Selenium integrates with all these things, you can do unit testing using JUnit. So there are so many things which Selenium give you better than Cypress. Okay, if you want just the difference between them, there are so many things.
Okay. But here in market, actually, Cypress is, I mean, they don't ask us to work on Cypress, but many people are searching the Cypress professionals actually.
I can also discuss Cypress for from 5 to 10 days here. Of course, if it
Yeah.
is mandatory, it is
No, it's
required
not
for everyone.
mandatory. Yeah, okay. If
Yeah,
it
I can
is,
I can
I mean,
also add.
everyone agrees.
Yeah, I can add that is more than enough for 2 years. I can discuss the content in such a way which will help you give you 2 years experience in Cypress itself.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hi, Nikhil.
Yes.
Nikhil, actually, I'm a manual tester and I know basics of Python. Okay, and but in our company, my profile is basically a mobile application tester, and already existing Python-based framework is there. Do you think this course helpful me
Yeah, you need
to
to
do?
know exactly what framework it is. Is it a PyTest framework implemented or a unit test framework or BDD?
It's
If you can give,
commonly implemented for every usage. If you want a Selenium, you can do with that. They customized it. Okay, and they are saying as a hybrid framework, they can use Selenium if you want web automation, mobile, everything they have customized, and they made a framework, internal framework. So, will this course help me to do my day-to-day activities uh, when mobile
yes,
application,
you
mobile automation testing?
mobile see, Selenium generally in a straightforward Selenium cannot support mobile. Okay, but there are ways. There is something called Appium, which is similar to Selenium. It supports mobile application testing. But right now in this course, we are not focusing on any mobile application testing. This is purely a web application testing. But if you know Selenium, you can easily do that APM. Okay. So this course is web application testing. Selenium itself supports web application testing. We are not going to see any kind of desktop implementations, desktop application testing, or mobile application testing, right? Straightforward. But if you know Selenium, you can easily work on APM because almost it is similar to that Selenium, capturing the elements and all stuff.
So, what are you saying is if I take up this course or if I know the Selenium, it will be easy uh, to work with Appium, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I have one more question. So, which version of Selenium you are teaching?
I'm going to discuss our Selenium WebDriver.
Yeah, I mean, in the market, we have 4, right?
So Selenium WebDriver is the only popular tool, okay, which is called Selenium 2, which is used in the market. There are latest versions of Selenium WebDriver itself came, okay.
Yeah, that's what he's
So
asking, whether you're going to teach us Selenium 3.x or Selenium 4.x.
yeah, there are some features which are been added in 4.x. So we can also discuss mostly on 3.x and also 4.x to some extent.
Actually,
Because
I
a lot of
have
companies,
observed some features wherein maybe the way of we locating in Selenium 3.x and in 4.x both are different a bit.
yes, there are little differences in 3.x
Yeah.
and 4.x. So a lot of companies are using 3.x. 4.x is a recent thing. So we will try to understand 3.x to a very extensive level and also 4.x features.
Okay, but it's I mean I'm not sure, but it's better if we go through Selenium 4.x itself because as it is the coming version, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Nikhil.
yeah, Nikhil, one more thing. So, you told weekend. So, Saturday, Sunday, no class, or only Sunday, no classes?
Saturday and Sunday it is.
Okay, thank you.
The only difference between 3.x and 4.x is there is some kind of JSON byte protocol which we are not using. See, all about what you do is like when you are trying to see there is some differences. I will explain you in a very clear and neater way for more clear understanding on this. So that JSON byte protocol is not directly we are implementing. We are hitting directly to the browser instead of connecting from JSON byte through our coding to the drivers. We are directly connecting to the drivers. So I would try to tell you what does exactly that means and how the architecture is, differences between 4.x and 3.x, and all these things I would probably explain you when we are discussing Selenium in a very neat way.
Nikhil, Professor.
Yeah.
There's one question. Is the course contain have a Linux as well as MySQL topic?
No, we're not discussing on Linux or MySQL.
Okay, because when I check the job description, it's asking about a database thing like MySQL or
Yeah, see, the database we are not covering here, but database I can share you some qualitized some links, and I can share you some kind of data where you can go through that particular material which is enough for interview cracking. You can also practice it. But coming to our course, we are not discussing. This is
because I'm not
purely
from
Selenium with
yeah, because I'm not from the programming or scripting background. That's why I asked. I have checked JD, so I have asked.
okay.
So Nikhil, what is the course fee actually?
You can please contact these members, no, because I am not sure on this thing. They can give you some. You can just let my know. They would give. Tell you. Contact 8897771179, because I cannot comment on this. They give prices on. They change it according to the batches and all stuff. I'm not sure how much they are actually taking up. So you can just contact them. They will let you.
Okay.
So this is going to be a 3 months, 2 to 3 months course. It's 10 days, 15 days, okay, 10 plus 10 plus 15, 35 days, okay, and then 10 days, 45 working days, which itself means 2 months, 2.5 months, okay, based on it changes. This is a course. This is going to be 2 months to 2.5 months, which is merely going to be 3 months sometime. So we will take slowly. We will not go. Those are only times which are being just given. Okay. So thank you guys. I have other things to take care. So hope everyone is clear. You can join the course again, same at this timing. Okay. Thank you guys. Any doubts, anyone? No, right?
No, last question for here. For a project, how many days it will take for explanation?
See, let me say you, the whole process will take 20-25 days. Okay. So it may be more or it may be less based on that time what we are discussing. So generally I would say 15 to 20 days is what complete framework, okay, which I will explain from the start, and including project will take 4 to 5 days, only a single project. There we discuss about every folder, what is there in that folder, okay, how to create the folders, everything from the scratch. So including with Jenkins, it will take around 1 week or 10 days, 1 week to 10 days. Only this.
Okay, means okay, only one project, right?
Only 1 year.
Okay.
This is giving only 2 to 2.5 years experience. Okay. 4. Okay. From the course content. See, this is not fair. Someone says you 5 years, 6 years. No one will give you that much of experience and that much content. Whoever teaches also, it is not. If you have real-time experience, only that content you can able to get it. Okay. See, whatever the content is same even for 5 years or 10 years. But the thing is like, how do you implement it as an individual? This matters. Okay. So that will come only when you practice. So if you have real-time experience with all these things, then you can put 3, 4, or 5 years or 6 years experience. Okay. Thank you guys. Thanks you. Thanks a lot. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, Nikhil.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Tomorrow also same time.